Hello all, welcome to MGNT2512 Global Experiential Learning Class 2. My name is Tony, your class lecturer. This is our lecture 2, Breaking Down Microaggressions. I would like to start the class by sharing my own experience with you. The story starts 20 years ago when I attended my very first academic conference about electronic commerce in Chicago. This was my very first academic presentation. I arrived at the conference well in advance, feeling a mix of excitement and nervousness. I have prepared diligently for my presentation and is eagerly to share my insights to everyone. The event was a success and I received lots of positive feedbacks from audiences. As I mingled with attendees after my talk, I began to hear one comment, again and again.
As a Chinese, your English is very good.
Initially, I did feel a sense of pride. The praise seemed like a compliment. However, as the comments continued, and I heard the same comment again and again, I started to feel very uneasy. The repetition of the same phrase made me feel diminishing, as if my proficiency in English is surprisingly due to my ethnic background. The more I heard the same comment, the more I felt like an outsider in the conference. I felt like I was an exception in the conference rather than a competent professional. The next few days of the conference became very stressful because I was so worried that I would make mistakes as a Chinese. I'm very pressured to perform as perfect as possible, trying not to cause any embarrassment to my ethnic group. This was the first time I learned the term microaggression. I truly understand the intention behind these comments are not malicious. I also think those professors and practitioners were genuinely believed they were offering a compliment. Some probably would think linking somebody's ethnic background is a way to demonstrate their own cultural awareness, or even perceive as a way to acknowledge diversity. But the question is, why I felt so uncomfortable receiving these comments. We have been all in situations at work when someone says or does something that makes us feel uncomfortable, hostile, or offensive to some aspect of our identity, and that person doesn't even realize it. These kinds of actions include insensitive statements, questions, or assumptions. They are called microaggressions, and they can target many aspects of who we are. Most of these statements, actions are micro. But these little minor hurtful actions can happen to anyone of any background, and in my own case, even in professional level. These are some testimonials collected when I worked with different students and colleagues in higher education all these years. I particularly remembered I have a conversation with an Indian professor who is also an expert in physics. He told me that the seat next to him is always the last one to be filled, no matter he is in conference meeting, in the restaurant, or on public transportation in Hong Kong. Situation only improves when he has a formal dressing with a suit and a tie. The There are other examples of microaggressions based on gender and also based on age. A student of mine told me during her internship she was always being asked to prepare coffee and tea in company meetings and gatherings, simply because she was the only female in the team. Young employees may be subject to questioning about their knowledge because of their young age. Even senior employees can encounter same problem. A senior manager claimed his colleagues think he has more salary simply because he is older and entered the company earlier. In fact, his pay is a true reflection of his expertise and his experience.